The UK government has announced a new plan to help sick and disabled people find work. This comes at a time when the number of people out of work due to long-term sickness is at its highest level in decades. The plan includes a range of measures intended to provide more tailored support and address the barriers that prevent many disabled people from entering the workforce. At the heart of this plan is a significant investment in a network of dedicated work coaches, as well as a commitment to wider welfare system reforms. The government hopes these initiatives will empower disabled individuals, boost the economy, and challenge the perception of the Department for Work and Pensions, or DWP. The flagship initiative of this plan is the deployment of 1,000 new work coaches across the UK. These coaches will be specifically trained to work with sick and disabled people who are seeking employment. Their role is to provide personalised guidance and support, helping individuals identify suitable job opportunities and overcome any obstacles they may face. This support will encompass a wide range of services, from CV writing and interview skills development to navigating workplace adjustments and accessing relevant DWP programs. The aim is to empower individuals and build their confidence to re-enter the workforce on their own terms. This investment in specialized work coaches is a direct response to the growing concern over the high rate of economic inactivity among sick and disabled people in the UK. Current figures show that 2.8 million people are out of work due to long-term sickness, the highest rate among G7 nations. This not only represents a significant loss of potential to the UK economy, but also raises concerns about the financial well-being of these individuals and their families. The government argues that by providing targeted support and breaking down barriers to employment, they can help more disabled people lead fulfilling and financially secure lives. The role of the work coaches extends beyond simply connecting individuals with job openings. They are tasked with providing a holistic and personalized approach to employment support. This means taking the time to understand each person's unique circumstances, including their skills, aspirations, and any health conditions or disabilities they may have. With this understanding, the work coaches can then develop a tailored plan that addresses their specific needs and goals. For some, this may involve exploring flexible work arrangements or identifying employers with a proven track record of supporting disabled employees. For others, it may require accessing specialist training or support services to help them overcome specific barriers to employment. The key principle underpinning the work coach program is that support should be voluntary and tailored to the individual's pace and aspirations. This represents a shift from the often rigid and impersonal approach of the past, where individuals felt pressured to fit into predefined boxes rather than receiving support that recognized their unique circumstances. However, the success of this new initiative hinges on addressing the deep-seated distrust that many disabled people harbor towards the DWP. Years of austerity measures, benefit cuts, and a hostile media narrative have eroded trust in the government's commitment to supporting disabled people. This distrust is reflected in a recent DWP perception survey, which revealed that a significant proportion of disabled respondents felt the department did not understand their needs or provide adequate support. This skepticism poses a significant challenge to the Work Coach program, as building trust and rapport is crucial for its effectiveness. To overcome this challenge, the government must go beyond simply changing the way it delivers employment support. It needs to address the systemic issues within the welfare system that have created this climate of distrust. This includes tackling the often punitive nature of the benefit system, where individuals face sanctions or reductions in support if they are deemed not to be doing enough to find work, even if their health conditions make it difficult to do so. The current system often creates a climate of fear and anxiety, pushing people further away from employment rather than supporting them towards it. Furthermore, the government's plan acknowledges the need for broader welfare system reforms to create a more supportive environment for disabled people seeking work. The current system often acts as a disincentive, with many individuals fearing the loss of benefits if they take on paid work. This cliff-edge effect can trap people in a cycle of dependency, preventing them from exploring their full potential. The government has indicated that upcoming reforms will aim to address this issue potentially through a more gradual tapering of benefits as earnings increase. This would provide a greater sense of financial security and encourage more disabled people to enter the workforce without the fear of losing their safety net. These proposed reforms, while still in their early stages, signal a potential shift in the government's approach to supporting disabled workers. However, it is crucial that these reforms go beyond superficial changes and address the fundamental flaws within the system that have led to the current situation. This includes tackling the often dehumanizing assessment process for disability benefits, which has been widely criticized for being inaccurate, stressful, and humiliating for claimants. It also requires addressing the persistent employment gap between disabled and non-disabled people, which has remained stubbornly wide despite years of government initiatives. The government's new plan to empower disabled workers represents a step in the right direction, but it is only one piece of a much larger puzzle. To truly create a more inclusive workforce, the government must work collaboratively with disabled people, employers, and disability organizations to develop and implement effective solutions. This includes addressing the wider societal barriers that prevent disabled people from fully participating in society, such as inaccessible transport, discriminatory attitudes, and a lack of affordable, accessible housing. Ultimately, the success of these initiatives will be judged not on the number of people placed into jobs, but on the creation of a society where disabled people have the same opportunities as everyone else to live fulfilling and independent lives. This requires a fundamental shift in attitudes, moving away from viewing disabled people as a burden to be managed, and towards recognizing their valuable contributions as equal members of society. Only then can we truly say that we've created a system that works for everyone,